Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People Show. Check the pulse of Husker Nation, ladies and gentlemen. This is my gut reaction to Matt Rhule's first win as Nebraska head coach, first win inside of Memorial Stadium. All right, 31-11 over Northern Illinois. Real quick, gonna dive into the game right here, right now. But before I do that, the light show was phenomenal as always. Now, if you are happy, excited, enjoyed seeing Husker smash mouth football from the Huskers, and great defense like I did, smash that like button. Now, it wasn't always entirely pretty. There was some kind of up and down moments in the first half, but let's go to the beginning. All right, Heinrich Haarberg obviously started this game. Jeff Sims did suit up and he warmed up, okay? Now, on the opening drive, man, they look good. They followed the script. You script plays. Usually your first 16 as an offensive coordinator. They look good, went down the field. They scored. They ran a couple of option plays. Haarberg was running hard. Okay. All in all, 4 quarterback runs, a couple of nice passes. All right. A touchdown pass. The drive capped off 7-0. Haarberg to Billy Kemp. That pass was a 10-yard touchdown pass. Now, the defensive line kind of just overwhelmed Northern Illinois all night long. They started out the gate playing very well. But alas, we had to make it a little entertaining. We couldn't have you feeling too good, Husker fans. All right, a fumble deep in our own territory when we didn't pick up a blitz. Okay, they blitzed, we didn't pick it up. Trouble in the backfield led to a fumble. Northern Illinois got a short field. Now, the Black Shirts played great all night. Okay, I know they gave up the late score, but they held Northern Illinois to a field goal. So right off the bat, it's 7-3 Nebraska. The offensive line in the first half really wasn't playing great. Okay, they really were not playing well. All right, we were lacking a vertical deep threat. We've been lacking a vertical deep threat in the pass game. All of our passes seem to be relatively close to the line of scrimmage. I believe in the second half, some of the play action passes may have been 10 or 15 yards downfield, but that's really been kind of the extent of it so far, barring a double pass in the first game. Now, around this same time, I checked the stats. I did it a couple times throughout this game. I was curious. I was like, man, Northern Illinois, they're going to get 100 yards of total offense. You know, what are we doing rushing yards wise? Various things that I found were interesting. Now, at this point, the Black Shirts had only given up 37 total yards. Okay, and this was towards the end of the first quarter, and -3 rush yards. And at that point, the offense was kind of sputtering a little bit, and I literally wrote down, thank goodness for the 3-3-5 defense. All right, now, again, the offense struggled in the first half, got things going a little bit better in the second half, maybe, possibly, potentially, I don't know, maybe found an identity, so to speak. Okay, but the Huskers' first drive was 6 plays, 55 yards. Their next 4 drives were 17 plays for a total of 40 yards, but with under 5 minutes left in the first half, had a good drive that we put together. It included a hard run where Haarberg lowered his shoulder. He did this a few times throughout the game. Man, do I love that. Now, some people are going to say that's not smart. Right now, we just got to be good at football. And I love a quarterback that's running somebody over at the moment. Okay. And it was capped off with a touchdown pass from Haarberg to Thomas Fedoni, his former roommate. All right. This is their second touchdown connection on the season. Now, it's interesting because Fedoni has been clocked at 21 miles an hour at 6'6", 250 pounds. That's pretty impressive, even with the knee brace on. All right. Now, the Huskers at halftime had 3 sacks already defensively. I got to look and see what they ended up the game with. They came into the game tied for first in the country. I have to imagine they're still going to be up there pretty high at the end of this game. Nash Hutmaker looked really good, the polar bear, at halftime. Okay, at halftime, had 2.5 tackles for loss. Northern Illinois, their 84th year quarterback. Actually, it's his seventh. Can you believe that? 7th year, okay, of playing college football. Rocky Lombardi, great name, been pointed out a couple of times. Now, he was actually the Michigan State quarterback in November of 2018. If you remember that game, okay, Michigan State 6, Nebraska 9 in the snow. Nebraska got the win that day, but he was the quarterback that day, okay? I gotta ask, is there no limit to the COVID eligibility rules? I don't know. Seems like a fair question, but I digress. Now, the first half, the Black Shirts played well. The Nebraska offense had 2 touchdown drives on short fields, okay, admittedly in the first half. A couple of observations. Heinrich Haarberg, at that point, he looked like a young guy, okay, for sure, but he was playing with a lot of heart. How do you make halftime adjustments? How do you come out in the second half? How do you respond and get better as a young guy? First start at quarterback for Nebraska. Okay. Now, it was one of those things where he looked poised, though. I couldn't help but notice that he looked poised, despite, some of the ups and downs in the offense in the first half. I got to ask another question. Why did Thomas Fidone give the silent finger to the fans? I would like, it's probably more so to some of the doubters that he's heard through the years. But I thought that was interesting because he is inside Memorial Stadium. A couple of option plays where maybe Harburg could have pitched it a couple of times. All right. That was something that I noticed, but man, the guy runs hard. I got nothing but excitement for his future. And I really liked a lot of things that I saw from him tonight. Our first couple of punt returns, again, this is at halftime or right after halftime now, weren't great. Our first two punt returns for a total of 3 yards. Now Harburg at halftime, I went back and looked at this point. He was 8 of 12 passing, 75 yards, 2 touchdowns, 11 rushes for 39 yards. Okay. And I wrote down here, improvement needed, but plenty of points. Now real quick, I want to give a shout out to our sponsor because Carriker Chronicles is presented to you by our partner. Okay. Our good friends, DPS Concrete Construction. They are your local concrete experts. Check them out at dpsconstruction.net. And if you are a diesel mechanic, if you are a CDL driver, concrete finisher, looking for work in the Omaha metro area, all right, Jason Armstrong and DPS Construction is the employer for you. Now, this is where Husker fans started to feel a little bit better about things going into the second half, okay? All right, with 1 minute, towards the end of the third quarter, I should say. With 1 minute left in the third quarter, Gabe Irvin scores his first touchdown of the year to put Nebraska up 21-3. Now, this is where it really started to feel like old school physical football. This was a 14-play, 76-yard drive, took 7 minutes and 10 seconds off the clock. Okay, I wrote Heinrich Harburg, a very physical runner. Love his physicality. You can debate whether it's smart right now. I just love it. Okay. All right, old school. Now, at one time, we're going in to score. We're getting inside the red zone. I counted 3 tight ends, but then I found out I was wrong. It was 2 tight ends plus offensive lineman Teddy Prohaska lined up as a tight end to the right. Gee, I wonder which way we were running the ball, but I love that. Okay. Now, Irvin's touchdown run at that point was the first touchdown scored by a Nebraska running back this year. All right. The second half, our offense. It was just body blow after body blow, and we just kept punching them. I know it's Northern Illinois, but ladies and gentlemen, you got to frickin' start somewhere. Okay. I couldn't help but wonder. I'm sorry. I apologize, but this entered my head, so I wrote it down. I said, how many non-conference games could we have won recently if we had just done this in previous years? I apologize, but Husker fans had to love seeing it tonight. All right. Now, offensively, we're not explosive. Okay. I think we're aware of that. We have actually moved the ball all year at times. The biggest difference I noticed tonight was when we got inside enemy territory, and I'm not taking a shot at anybody, just an observation. Okay, when we got inside enemy territory, we didn't turn the ball over. Now we had the fumble early on, okay, I believe inside of our 10 or 15, which gave Northern Illinois the short field, led to their field goal. But Nebraska ends up winning 35-11. Now with a couple minutes left in the fourth quarter, this was another time that I just looked at the stats, and I got to look at the final stats, but Nebraska ended up doing pretty well towards the end of this game. Total yards, 329 total yards for Nebraska, 79 for Northern Illinois. Pass yards, 147 for Nebraska, 73 for Northern Illinois. Rush yards, 182 rush yards. At that point in time, again, I got to look up the final stats, but at that point in time, 9 total rush yards for Northern Illinois. They were averaging 0.5 yards per carry. Nebraska was top 10 in the country coming into this game, yards per carry. They're going to leave top 10, if not higher. Time of possession. At that point in time, we had the ball for 15 more minutes than Northern Illinois. Okay. All right. Now, again, the late touchdown. Okay, I get it. But Blackshear's pretty much dominated this game. All right. The D-line looked good. All right. The coverage was tight in the back end. Okay, the tackling was solid again. Offense got stronger as the game went along and maybe, just maybe, found an identity. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I got some questions for you fine folks at home. Let me know your thoughts below. Number 1, Heinrich Harburg. Is this a quarterback debate? Do we have, I'm just going to ask it because it has to be asked. Did Heinrich Harburg do enough to be the starter? Matt Rule has said earlier this week that if Jeff Sims is healthy, that he's our starter. Do you think that's potentially changed after this game? Okay. It is Northern Illinois, but again, you got to start somewhere. Number 2. Second question, 2-part question, I might add. Did we find an offensive identity? Okay. I can't help but wonder if this has been our identity all year long, just minus the turnovers. What are your thoughts? Here's the second part of that question. We got things to improve on offensively, no doubt. What is your biggest concern offensively? The offensive line? Who starts at quarterback? What seems to be the lack of a vertical deep threat in the passing game or otherwise? Again, let me know in the comments below. Last question I got, kind of a random one. All right. Was I the only person who noticed Matt Rule kind of sticking out his tongue a lot, licking his lips a lot? Like, could somebody get the dude a cup of water? I mean, I know it's random, has nothing to do with anything, but I couldn't help but notice it. I'm a random type of guy. Okay. Now, CarrikerChronicles.com, we have a plethora of phenomenal contributors to that website. Check out Carriker's crew. All right, you got Connor Hayden of Corn Craze. You got John Johnson of Corn Nation. You got Don Collins, who was recently added the past couple of weeks. You've got Big Red Country Jeff. All right, these are passionate individuals. These are individuals who do a great job, okay? And people keep hitting me up. As long as it's quality stuff, I love to have it on my site. So it's CarrikerChronicles.com. All right, ladies and gentlemen, as always, I will be putting out more shows, more content throughout this week. I'm curious to see what Rule has to say about the quarterback position. Okay. And, Louisiana Tech coming up. Can we get back to 2-2 heading into Big Ten play? Good old Michigan. Okay. And maybe headed towards a bowl game. Potentially. All right. Until next time, Husker Nation, go Big Red. And always remember to throw the ball.
Gaina Trucking is hiring CDL Class A and B drivers. Gaina Trucking guarantees a 40-hour work week year-round, and their strong team culture makes it not a job, but a career. Gaina Trucking offers health, vision, and dental insurance, 401k with company match, an employee assistance program, and other bonus programs. Build a better career today with great team culture at Gaina Trucking. Learn more and apply today at GainaTrucking.com.
If you want all the latest technologies from those big banks, but you also want that hometown feel when you walk in the front doors, choose Midwest Bank. They have top-notch technology. They make banking so easy, and they also have the friendliest staff, who will take their time to get to know you and treat you like family. You get the best of both worlds when you choose Midwest Bank. I live on the go, and now I can bank on the go. With Midwest Bank, I have everything I need at my fingertips. I'm volleyball player Allie Batenhorst, and at Midwest Bank, you'll love banking here.
You're counting on your team to win, so why not prove it? By placing your bets at Warhorse Sportsbook, their win is your win. Put your money where your mouth is on nearly every sporting event. Use the Warhorse app to check odds and build your bets before placing your wagers in person at Warhorse Casino, including live in-game betting. No bets, no glory. Wagers may only be placed on Nebraska-based teams when played outside the state of Nebraska. Must be 21 or older to gamble. Gambling problem? Call 1-833-BET-OVER.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and Bob just wanted to say thank you for a record-setting July here at Koppel. The summer sales event continues in August, and the incentives are crazy good. Check this out. We've got 0.9% financing along with a $2,500 trade-in rebate on select new models. You heard right. 0.9% financing has been extended along with a trade-in rebate. Also, our GM-certified used inventory is filling up fast, so make that money-saving drive to Koppel. It's just south of the interstate, or shop online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. All deals with approved credit.
The Lincoln Chamber of Commerce, Nebraska National Guard, 55th Wing, and the Lincoln Airport Authority present the Guardians of Freedom Air Show, featuring the U.S. Navy Blue Angels, the F-16 Viper demo team, F-35, and the Air Force Wings of Blue. Experience a spectacle that your family will remember forever. The Guardians of Freedom Air Show, Saturday, August 26th and Sunday, August 27th at Lincoln Air Park. Parking and admission are free. Learn more at LincolnAirShow.com.
Arnold's Tavern in Havelock is the place to be this summer, and the best place in town for shuffleboard. Come on Wednesdays and learn from some of the best players in town for the Shuffleboard Corner. Come on Sundays for Open House League all day starting at 11 a.m. and enjoy $3 tall boys and $3 wells. Shake off the start to the work week with karaoke on Monday nights. And don't forget, happy hour is every day from 3 to 6 p.m., and you are always welcome to bring in your own food. Arnold's Tavern in the heart of Havelock.
Are you tired of living in pain? It's time to take control. At Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, we're your one-stop shop for expert care in Lincoln. From broken bones to complex reconstruction, our skilled team will help you get back on track. Visit prairieortho.com today and discover why we're the trusted choice for thousands of patients. Don't let pain hold you back. Take the first step towards a better, pain-free life with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery, where healing begins. Call 402-489-4700.
Warning, this ad will use the F word often, so listen at your own risk. Family fun, fun with friends, freedom from fuel, free Yeti cooler, free driveway delivery. Hey, this is Carl from Nebraska Golf Carts and Priced Right Auto, and we have the all-electric Bentelli Fun Carts, and they are a blast. Plenty of fun colors, and these street-legal cars come in both 4 and 6 passenger. Tell us you heard us on the ticket and get a free Yeti cooler with your purchase. Hurry, supply is limited. Check them out at 1235 West O in Lincoln or NebraskaGolfCarts.com.
You've driven by GE Landscape Supply countless times, likely without even knowing, at 6701 Cornhusker Highway. Now it's time to stop in. GE Landscape Supply sells to homeowners and contractors with a vast selection of landscaping and construction materials. They sell in bulk to save you money, and you can buy anything from a 5-gallon bucket to a semi-load. And don't forget, they deliver anywhere. Stop by 6701 Cornhusker Highway from 7 a.m. to 6 p.m. Monday to Friday and 7 a.m. to 4 p.m. on Saturdays. Go to GELandscapesupply.com for more info or call 402-467-1627.
It's less than 1 month until the Guardians of Freedom Air Show comes to Lincoln's Air Park on August 26th and 27th. The show can't happen without the efforts of volunteers, and they need your help. This is a great opportunity to raise money for civic clubs, student organizations, club sports, and others who want to be close to the high-flying action. For more details on how to volunteer at the Guardians of Freedom Air Show, visit LincolnAirShow.com.
Repeat after me. I will not touch the fuse box.
I will probably not touch the fuse box.
Sept, do you remember what happened last time?
Yeah, I remember.
What happened?
Half of the city block lost power.
And?
My chicken condo went haywire.
That's right. The chickens ran wild. So what do we do instead?
Call Joe at Ambition Electric and let him handle everything. Look, saved on speed dial.
Ambition Electric, 402-217-3415 or online at ambitionelectric.com.
H&H Roofing, established in 2015, is proud to serve the local area, which includes the tri-state area in Nebraska, Iowa, and South Dakota. H&H Roofing has a professional team that are licensed and bonded, GAF Master Certified Installers, and an insurance-preferred contractor that will work directly with your insurance company. Also a leading roofer, siding, and gutter specialist. H&H Roofing will service all residential, commercial, and agricultural needs. Go to HandHroofs.com for more information or call 402-359-2546.
Welcome to the Carriker Chronicles, the People Show. Checking the pulse of a little bit happier Husker Nation. Ladies and gentlemen, this show is about the quarterback position, also a couple of injury updates at the running back position and how that affects the offense and the quarterback position itself. And actually, I had different things I was going to say before I found out about the unfortunate injuries at the running back position when it came to the quarterback position, but I'll get to that shortly. Real quick, if you're kind of like me, okay, and you believe that we need to know our quarterback plan as a team going forward after Saturday's game, after we play La Tech, going forward for the rest of the season as we get ready for Michigan and we get ready for Big Ten play, the rest of our Big Ten games and the final 8 games of the season, hit that like button. All right, real quick. Unfortunately, Matt Rhule announced at his press conference today that Rahmir Johnson will miss the remainder of the season due to a shoulder surgery. Gabe Ervin will miss the remainder of the season due to a hip surgery, and Dwight Boodle is out due to season-ending surgery as well. Obviously, okay, nothing but love, prayers, and speedy recovery wishes for all of those players. You know what? Hit a like button to support them as well if you wish to do so. Now, the next running back's up, okay? Again, Anthony Grant's going to be the guy. Wish those guys a speedy recovery. In Matt Rhule's words, it's his show, but I'll get to that in a second. Okay, the next guy's up, Emmett Johnson, 5'11", 190-pound freshman. Now, he was kind of another third down type back along with Rahmir Johnson, so to speak. Matt Rhule said he's smart, competitive, quick twitch, great COD, change of direction. He's one of those guys that's so competitive. If you said, hey, go play safety, he'll go do it. Okay, so he's another guy that's got a lot of physical ability. Okay, and be getting some reps as well. And the next guy up at running back position is Quentin Imson. This is a big, powerful I-back, downhill type runner. Now, he may have a little bit more of a limited playbook. Okay, he hasn't been getting those same types of reps and things of that nature. So a big, powerful back, going to have to catch up on the offense in that playbook quickly. Now, when it comes to Anthony Grant, he basically said he just wants him to protect the ball. Great natural ability. Like, everyone can see that. It's not lost on the coaches as well. And he basically said, it's his show now. So I'm excited to see what Anthony Grant can do going forward. All right. Now, Rule, when asked about the quarterbacks and quarterback position and his experience with things like this, okay, in the past when it comes to deciding between two quarterbacks or quarterback battles, so to speak, he said not a lot of experience with the quarterback debate at the college level. Now, at Temple and at Baylor, he had young guys who around the fourth or fifth game of the year of their careers would end up getting put in, and then they just kind of stayed at the quarterback position. Okay. Now, he did experience this at Carolina with the Panthers. He also doesn't want the quarterbacks to feel like there's a quick trigger, okay, or a short leash if some mistakes are made. Obviously, you've got to execute to a certain degree as well. One other random thing I thought was pretty cool, and Coach Rule said he got this from Tom Osborne. Nebraska had for the first time this year, over 100 knockdown blocks in their last game. And Ron Brown is the guy that keeps track of these every game. Now, real quick, looking ahead, that's the last game, looking ahead to La Tech. I'll do more on that later this week, most likely. They're explosive. They can make big plays on offense. In fact, they were down 17-0 in their last game and came back and tied it up in a highly entertaining, highly scoring type game. One thing, and I'm going to get to the quarterbacks. Don't worry, that's the main crux of this show. But there were other things that stuck out to me that Coach Rule said, and I'm going to offer my thoughts on the quarterback position. Defensively, playing great ball. Let's be real. Okay, but they can get better. A couple areas, force more turnovers defensively and get more pressure with straight four-man rushes. So the two biggest things he wants to see them improve on against that explosive Louisiana Tech offense. Okay, last thought, then we'll get to the quarterbacks. When asked about his experience, his first home game here at the University of Nebraska as the Huskers head coach, his experience at Memorial Stadium, he said, and I quote, amazing experience, end quote, and it was unlike any other environment he's ever seen. All right, talking about Heinrich Harburg, okay, he said Heinrich's respected by his teammates, okay, pretty much on scout team all of last year, not even sure he was in meetings. Okay, pretty much just ran scout team, not even sure he was in meetings, watching game film, learning the offense, so to speak. Okay, didn't travel with the team last year. Okay, not really a part of the team's plans. Okay, but his teammates respect him, okay, for going through adversity last year and not complaining. Now, there was a couple of fans who kind of equated, they're like, hey, does Heinrich kind of remind you of Brooke Behringer? And I'm like, man, that's a lofty comparison. In ways. We'll see how this unfolds over time, but in ways, especially when I heard Coach Rule say those words. Now, other coaches throughout the offseason thought that Heinrich would be a good tight end, wide receiver, fullback. Okay, and at times this offseason, spring and summer, Heinrich was third or fourth on the depth chart. But Rule wanted to see what he could do at the quarterback position. He said, he pulled him aside one day, mentioned the other positions. Heinrich wasn't too enthused, but he's a team player. But Rule said, I want to see what you can do at the quarterback position. And if I ever believe that a move for you elsewhere, I'm paraphrasing, would be better, I'll let you know. So it was kind of Rule's idea to keep him at the quarterback position and see what he could do. Now, if you've watched my show, I've been very clear on this for years. I've been very clear. I've always said for years, he has a big frame, big arm, and deceptive speed. He has a high potential ceiling at the quarterback position. That's always been my opinion. Okay? Right or wrong, that was always my opinion. All right, now real quick, and I want to thank the fans. This show does not happen without the fans, without the people at home. Okay, when I decided to go on my own, I literally asked on social media, should I go on my own? What should I do with the Carriker Chronicles? The response was overwhelming last winter. Go on your own. Adam, we've got you. And you have responded. So I want to thank the fans and the people at home, because this show does not happen without the people, without sponsors, and without people backing this show. So I want to thank you, the fans, the people at home. Also, if bills aren't getting paid, this doesn't make sense. So do me a favor. Okay, DPS Concrete Construction. Like, this is real. There's no script that I'm given, ladies and gentlemen. DPS Concrete Construction. All right, if you're a general contractor, building owner, property manager, okay, you're looking for concrete repair or work to get done in the Omaha metro area, like street paving, all right, building floors, parking lots, the like. Check out dpsconstruction.net. Okay, they do a great job. They're looking for great quality workers. That was what was stressed to me more than even bringing in more business. Jason Armstrong, the owner, is like, I want quality workers who do great work, and then that's how I get quality business. All right, check them out at dpsconstruction.net. Now, let's get back to that quarterback conversation, okay? Debate, whatever you want to call it. All right, controversy, Everyone's gonna avoid that because it's controversy. But we've got a quarterback debate here in Nebraska. All right. Even if nobody else says it, that's my opinion. Now, when asked after the game Saturday, backtracking just a smidge, okay, last week when Heinrich Harburg practiced well, this is on Saturday after the game, he said the previous week when Heinrich Harburg practiced well on Tuesday and Wednesday, he knew he was going to start versus Northern Illinois. When asked after Saturday's game again if Harburg's play has made it a quarterback competition, again, people are going to avoid these things, and that's fine. This is just my opinion. I believe it's a competition. I don't know that we got a controversy, but a competition, a debate, whatever you want to call it. Rule said he won't talk hypotheticals, okay? Says Nebraska found out on Saturday it can win with 2 quarterbacks. So here are kind of my final thoughts on this deal. They have a week, in my opinion, to figure out what they're going to do at the quarterback position going forward. Now, when I first started to prepare for the show, prior to the running back injuries, I was like, we got to figure out who the starter is going forward, getting ready for the number 2 team in the country in Michigan, defending Big Ten champs and then the final 8 games. And we should be 2-2. No disrespect to La Tech, can't overlook anybody. Okay, but in theory, we're 2-2 going into our final 8 games, and Nebraska better get to a bowl game this year. Like, that's been the bar, no matter what. Kool-Aid, non-Kool-Aid, you've been drinking all off season. So we need to know after this game versus La Tech, hopefully we're 2-2, going in to Michigan, our final 8 games, Big Ten play, going at least 500 down the road. I think there's opportunity for more. I talked with former Husker great Jay Foreman today, and he sees even more potential opportunity for wins, but we'll see. We got to know what we're doing at the quarterback position. And to me, that meant who's the starter. Now, I will say this. When you're down running backs, okay, if you got a running quarterback, he can almost kind of pseudo step in as a running back to a degree. And if you got 2 running quarterbacks, let me just talk about this. You could potentially rotate them. And I know the old saying, you got 2 quarterbacks, you got none. I'm not advocating for this. I'm saying there's 3 options. Heinrich Harburg is a starter, Jeff Sims is a starter, or some sort of a rotation, which I'll dive into. But up to this point, okay, the most carries a running back has had in a game so far, one time, was Gabe Irvin versus Colorado. No running backs had even 20 carries this year. Meanwhile, Jeff Sims had almost 20, 19 versus Minnesota. Harburg, 21 versus Northern Illinois. So quarterbacks have kind of been used as running backs to this point. All right. So let me get back to this. Now, Rule's going to say otherwise, and he should say this, okay, that it doesn't have to be decided, that it's going to be, it can change from week to week. And obviously things are fluid, and that's what he should say. And I understand things can be fluid, okay? But, and obviously can't take La Tech for granted. They're not a powerhouse. Jeff Sims did warm up before Saturday's game. Okay, obviously didn't play. Health does play a factor into this. This is assuming Harburg and Jeff Sims are both healthy. Okay, you don't exactly have to know who your quarterback is and your quarterback plan going into the game Saturday, but you need a really good idea coming out of it, in my opinion. Okay, is Harburg the starting quarterback? Is Sims the starting quarterback? Okay, is some sort of a rotation? And again, when I talk about this, personally, I would start Harburg. And it depends on what happens this week in practice. Rule made that very clear. Personally, I would start Harburg, and I would see how the game goes. But I wouldn't be opposed to Jeff Sims having a small package of plays, okay? And if he starts Jeff Sims, he starts Jeff Sims. It's not my call. Just my opinion. Harburg starting, based on how this week in practice looks, both quarterbacks healthy. But what if you gave Jeff Sims just a small package of plays? When you simplify things, a lot of times you allow a player to not think as much. They don't have to think as much. They can play faster, less mistakes. And where we're down to one main running back and other guys who are stepping up, maybe it's not a bad idea to take the load off of Anthony Grant just a bit. Someone who's fumbled, done better the past couple weeks, but the less of a load, I'd like to see him get 20 carries or more going forward. Take care of the ball better, simplify things for Sims. Maybe Harburg starts, maybe he doesn't. But those are just my thoughts. In summation, practice matters most. Personally, I'd start Harburg. Small package for Sims to see what he can do. Okay, he did earn a single digit in the off season. Simplifying might help him, but at least know your plan after the game this Saturday. Whoever your starter is and whatever your plan is going forward into those final 8 Big Ten games. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I hope that all made sense. Now, I got 3 questions for you. All right, number 1, quarterback, battle, debate, controversy, whatever you want to call it. Who would you start this Saturday for Nebraska? Heinrich Harburg or Jeff Sims, or how would you handle the quarterback situation? Number 2, and I saw the unfortunate news, former Husker quarterback and current FAU quarterback Casey Thompson tore his ACL. Ladies and gentlemen, once a Husker, always a Husker. In the comments below, if you'd like to wish well going forward in a speedy recovery. Also, it was interesting. Rule was asked about turf versus grass. And he talked about, this is all based on Aaron Rodgers getting hurt. He talked about how he thinks grass is 10 to 18% safer. It depends on how many teams are using it, but that's why his practice fields are grass fields. And Manchester United a few years ago, when they used one of his team's fields, would only use the grass field. Let me know your thoughts on that. And all your football hopes and dreams will come true at CarrikerChronicles.com. So go check it out at CarrikerChronicles.com. And always remember to throw the bug.
Hey, moms and dads, bring the whole crew to a Salt Dogs baseball game and unleash the fun. Visit Haymarket Park all summer for Fireworks Fridays, Souvenir Saturdays, Sunday Family Fun Days, and more. With 50 home games, even weekdays can be unforgettable. Planning an event? Make it a home run with group discounts. When you need an outing the whole family will enjoy, unleash the fun with the Salt Dogs. Call 402-474-2255 or visit saltdogs.com for tickets.
Action Plumbing, Heating, Air, and Electric is the call I make when I have a need for plumbing services. Whether it's for my home or office, if I need a repair to a water heater, softener, or even my garbage disposal, I know I can count on Action to help. In one simple call, their amazing customer service team promptly schedules a service call, often getting to my needs within a day. Action delivers honest, quality services we can count on. To learn more, visit actionlincoln.com.
Ready to upgrade your combine with new technology to make your harvest more efficient, meaning more money in your pocket? The team at Landmark Implement is here to help find the right combine for harvest. Plus, when you purchase a pre-owned combine from Landmark, you are backed by Landmark's extensive parts and service network, along with mobile techs and parts drop-off points to keep you up and running, reducing downtime. View inventory online at landmarkimp.com or stop by your local Landmark to experience the Landmark difference.
Problem gambling can destroy an individual's finances, relationships, physical, and mental health. If you are a loved one or struggling with addiction, contact Choices Treatment Center's 24-hour helpline at 402-476-2300. That's 402-476-2300.
Nutrition Authority invites you to save 35 to 75% off at our back-to-school blowout. We're taking our better-than-internet prices and cutting them even deeper, bringing you the biggest sale of the season. Monday, August 14th through 19th, the back-to-school blowout is on at Nutrition Authority. For location information, check us out at mynutritionauthority.com.
This is Brad with Midwest Bank, proudly serving our Nebraska communities for over 70 years. We're a community bank, making local decisions, supporting local organizations, and helping local businesses and farms succeed. We are dedicated to serving our clients and helping them meet their financial needs with sound, innovative banking solutions. From an array of checking and deposit accounts, cash management services, to small business, real estate, and ag lending. We're here for you, your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Find out more at midwestbank.com. Member FDIC.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started. Too many people believe that chronic pain, allergies, or illness are permanent and something you're stuck with. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness has been proving that narrative wrong for 29 years and changing lives for the better in the process. Their team is trained in the newest, most advanced pain-relieving techniques and ways to deal with toxins, allergies, pollution, and emotion that make you ill. Call today for a free consultation at 531-254-5695 or go to novotnynutritionandwellness.com. Novotny Nutrition and Wellness, located at 7th and Superior.
It's not often a man wakes up and says, "I feel the best I have in years." We hear this all the time at Limitless Mail, and it can happen to you when you go to Limitless Mail and get a blood test to see what your body is missing. That's how simple it is. Schedule a free consult with Limitless Mail. Discuss your symptoms. Do the blood test. If your lab results say you're low in testosterone, we can fix that. Age is just a number. You can feel your best again. Just ask Limitless Mail.
The Butchery by Venue is Lincoln's premier specialty grocers. Take the quality of Venue home with you with our hand-cut steaks, handcrafted burgers, and locally sourced offerings. Browse our wide selection of specialty products designed to enhance your dining experiences with cheeses, spices, sauces, and more. We also have an exclusive collection of liquors, whiskeys, and bourbons at prices you're sure to love. Stop in to the Butchery by Venue today, located in our Venue at Home storefront at 70th and Pioneers, just 2 doors down from Venue Restaurant and Lounge.
America's been around since 1776. That's nothing. America's still just learning how to party. The Irish? The Irish have been doing it for thousands of years. Party the Irish way at McKinney's Irish Pub in the Haymarket. They've got your favorite Irish beers on tap, along with all the locals and domestics. Plus great house cocktails, a huge selection of Irish whiskey, and the best Irish pub food in town. See the full menu and list of specials online at mckinneyspub.com or just head down there. McKinney's Irish Pub at 7th and P in the Haymarket.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
The sweet relief of air conditioning after a hot day in the summer sun. For only $2.88 a day, LES helps power life's special moments and your comfort. Learn more at LES.com.